All right, so my name is Will Tope. I'm the CEO at LiNa Energy, and we're building longer duration energy storage out of solid-state sodium batteries. Let me start with the team and specifically what we know. So we have over 60 years of combined deep tech experience, but there's two things really that we know well, and that's what defines us. The first is solid oxide ceramics from the fuel cell industry, and the second is a sodium battery chemistry originally developed back in the 1980s, mostly forgotten, except for us. And it's by pushing these two things together that we've built this really great tech product. So why did we build it? Well, we know there's an impending challenge when it comes to energy storage. So solar has grown far quicker than any of us expected. It reached its first terawatt hour in 8 years. By contrast, it took natural gas 28 years. That is fantastic news, but there are two consequences we need to recognize. The first is that as we push more and more renewables onto our grid, in the middle of the day, when the sun is at its brightest, it becomes less and less space to push that solar, and we reach curtailment. The second is that because of the natural pattern of solar, despite how much solar we have, we're still going to be reliant on hydrocarbons in the morning and the evening. And what I just did is relatively insulting to you. I just sold the concept of energy storage, and you're here and you've just heard a bunch of pitches. That's not the point. The point is that for this specific use case, shifting hours and hours of solar in and around the day, we need to bring the cost down dramatically to make this viable in markets not just California. So how do we deliver on that? Well, we're building purpose-built energy storage for this problem from the ground up. It starts with our battery cells, and the ingredients are abundant and sustainable raw materials, literally salt and iron. But more important than that is if you look at the cost of a battery energy storage system today, the majority of the cost is not in the battery cells. It's in everything around the cells that is needed to keep them safe and stable. And by working with our chemistry, which is inherently safe and operates at high temperatures, we can vastly simplify that balance of plant, and that's where we take a meaningful chunk out of the cost. So we know what to solve for, because we have a great portfolio of customers. We delivered our first pilot systems to India this year. Why India? That's a market which has a huge amount of solar potential and still burns a lot of coal. And off the back of that, we've grown the portfolio to thousands of systems and over 300 megawatt hours. Alongside that, we're talking with some of the world-leading manufacturers, and that's an opportunity to build JVs to scale up this business as fast as we can. So what is LiNa at its core? It's a tech company, right? Our value is in our IP and our know-how. It takes many complex pieces to put this jigsaw puzzle together. And on the back of that, we're now raising 15 million pounds to do three things. One is to extend and expand the R&D lead. We want to snowball this know-how continuously. The second is, you just saw my commercial pipeline. I need to build as many systems and get them to as many people as I can over the next few years. And then finally, perhaps the secret weapon is to leverage those joint venture opportunities. That gives me two things: access to manufacturing know-how, but also access to partner capital to scale as quickly as I can in non-core markets and then snowball the rest. So if this sounds good, it sounds within thesis, please find me. I'd love to chat. There's a lot more to discuss, including why is lithium in our name when we don't contain any lithium. So please find me. Thanks.